I'm a believer.
I'm a
This
believer.
is the best interview of the day.
Oh, we could actually probably just end it. Yeah. Guys, we're here with Drunk Kitchen's own Hannah Hart.
Hello.
Woo!
And I would just like to say that really it's Hannah Hart's My Drunk Kitchen.
Is it?
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
Drunk Kitchen doesn't own me.
Oh my God, Drunk Show owns me.
Oh.
So I literally would watch your shows and I'm like, oh, I should just incorporate drinking into my everyday life and start a show, and that's what this is.
I must say I cannot condone
Yeah.
incorporating drinking into your everyday life. My Drunk Kitchen was a very happy accident, and I think it's very important to drink responsibly, everybody. And it's easy for me to drink responsibly because I am small, and then I just get drunk very fast.
Oh my, and it's also cost effective.
It's very cost
Right.
effective.
So how did Drunk Kitchen start?
Well, My Drunk Kitchen began in March of 2011. It was actually just a video that I made for a friend of mine as a joke. My sister had just gotten me the white MacBook Pro, and I had the web camera, and I filmed it in photo booth. I put it in iMovie, I cut it up, and I sent it to my friend. I literally have the email that has,
Really?
I have the email that says like, hey dude, check this out. And it's the video I made for her.
And then it just blew up.
Yeah, I mean, it went viral by 2011 standards, and I think what really blew up for me was the discovery of this entire subculture of media that I just had no idea about at all.
And you were doing like stand-up at the time, and you were trying to write?
No, I was a translator. I am not a comedian.
Okay, well now you are, I feel like.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm a funny person that has had a lot of really wonderful opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, I went to UC Berkeley, I studied English Lit and Japanese language, and I worked as a proofreader at a translation firm. And yeah, My Drunk Kitchen was really just kind of an opportunity to make content and distribute it to people that wanted to see it. So I got to build this community of like-minded people, and 7 years later, multiple platforms later, I'm still doing it today.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And so like, did you ever think when you were just uploading it and shooting it over to your friend that like this could potentially be something, or was it really just like, hey, check it out?
When I was uploading it and sending it to her, no. But it was originally called Buddy Oh Shit, and it had like nothing in the description.
Yeah.
When I saw people in the comments saying things like, well, A, strangers in the comments, and B, people saying things like, this is my new favorite show on YouTube.
And you were like, what?
I was like, show
You're
on
like,
YouTube?
I need to make this into a show.
Well, yeah, and then I was like, okay, I'll do more. And originally I was only gonna do 3, but instead I just produced a lot of different content, and so Harto, which is the name of my channel, it's like, I like to make the analogy, Harto is to My Drunk Kitchen as NBC is to Friends. Right?
Okay, yeah. On My Drunk Kitchen.
Yes.
You've had on like some really decent celebrities. Like around the office, we're huge fans of the Try Guys, and those are celebrities to us in our BuzzFeed, online world. But you also had on Sarah Silverman, Chris Hardwick, Mary Louise Parker. Who's been your favorite?
Ooh.
I know.
Oh, that's tough.
I know.
Well, I would have to say, I mean, they're all so different, and I know them all in such different ways. Like, Jamie Oliver was probably my favorite professional chef, and the Try Guys I know personally. That was so much fun because we were there for hours because we shot 4 sections of the kitchen.
And you're actually getting drunk.
Yes,
It's
I am.
not like fake. I am too. Right?
I am, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fake it.
No.
I was like, we need to drink during the day.
To answer your question, though, I would say like Chris Hardwick's a really good friend of mine, and he's sober. And I have so much respect for him and his sobriety.
Okay.
And he still came on My Drunk Kitchen and hung out and showed that you can have a good time and be sober.
Without drinking.
Yeah.
Right. No,
Yeah.
it can happen. Can it? I don't know.
Honey,
I think it can.
I think that you need to listen to my self-help podcast.
I know,
to
I
analyze
need,
this.
if you could somehow parlay this into my intervention,
I
we
think
could
it's-
just 2 birds with 1 stone at this point.
To be honest, I think you're getting us halfway there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you
Oh
should
my-
check it out, though. It's a
I
good
will.
podcast.
Who's the most famous person on your phone outside of Chris Hardwick? Who I feel like is uber famous, especially in my Walking Dead fandom.
Oh, yeah. Most famous person on my phone?
And do you hate that I asked that?
No.
Okay.
No. Should we leave? Just
Right.
kidding. Oh my God.
I was
you
like,
guys
oh my
think
God,
I'm
this
serious?
lasted 5 minutes longer
Oh
than
my
I
God.
thought. Yeah.
See, this is the terrible pallor I have. Everyone was worried.
Oh.
I don't know. It's tough.
Okay, what is next for you? Like you've had podcasts, you've had your own show on the Food Network, which is completely insane.
Yeah.
Books. Where do you want to go next? It seems like anything you want to do, you're doing, which is awesome.
It's kind of this like wonderful gift to be at this point in your career where when people ask what's next, my feeling is that I want to continue having a career because, you know, I publish multiple books. I just launched a podcast, as I mentioned, Analyze This, which I am incredibly proud of, and it's something that I've been dying to do. We call it the self-help podcast that just can't help itself. And it's just all about like mental health and personal wellness, but like on the real. So I guess at this point, it's just kind of maintaining my career. I would like to continue to do more and better and let that manifest naturally.
Nice. I feel like you seem super grounded, which is like throwing me off a bit.
Sorry, man.
Right,
I'm
right.
really, I know. People are like, whoa, and I'm like, oh, hello.
Yeah. You're like, good day to you, and here's my business plan.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also probably why My Drunk Kitchen is sustainable.
What's the craziest thing that you've made?
On My Drunk Kitchen? Something that tastes good.
Yeah.
Something that turns out edible.
Right. But I like that you also do that. You're like, I'm just trying this.
Yeah. I've learned a lot about cooking. It's actually kind of harder for me to film My Drunk Kitchen these days because my knowledge base of food has increased so much.
Yeah.
You know, there's things to try out like sous vide, but then like I just don't want to eat anything in a plastic bag.
No, I don't even know what that meant, so. I was like, Susie? All right.
I didn't know what it meant, but I've never even seen one in real life.
Right. So with your podcast and everything that you have, and which is so awesome because it really is, like, all kidding aside, about like, you know, like self-discovery and helping yourself and helping other people and just kind of being good in your own like skin. What do you think like the most common theme or the most common thread you see in anyone that you're trying to help? Like what's like the common thread that you could give to anybody for advice?
So I started out with the channel, right, Heart Dough, and it was kind of great because I was able to discover what kind of like the theme of the work I like to make was, and the theme was practice reckless optimism, which is the idea that optimism doesn't have to be naive. You know, you can be totally aware of your circumstances, your limitations, the factors at play that are for or against you, and still choose to have a positive perception of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if your bags don't come at baggage claim, optimism's like, my bag will come soon. Reckless optimism's like, they definitely lost my bag.
Right.
Well, still gonna have a great weekend.
Yeah.
I'll probably get it tomorrow.
Right. And don't you feel that that's completely like what you put out into the universe is exactly what you get back? So anytime you're going through like the most miserable things, it's always like a good indicator to say like, oh, I should change my frame of mind.
Sometimes even when you make big mistakes, that is the opportunity for a lesson that will prevent you from making an even bigger mistake later.
Oh my God, I love it.
Right?
I also say, not that you asked or anyone else here, but I also say
What
that
else
like,
do you say?
Yeah, I say like two different things.
Oh.
I have like two catchphrases. No, but I also say like anytime you're going through anything that seems like insanely miserable and you're like, my life's the worst and this is the worst, like those are always the times when like the best is just about to come. So I always like give that as advice to like, because no one listens or wants to act, like know, but I just like talk to strangers about it. But I always say anytime something bad is going on, always look at that as like, you know, something better is coming right around the corner. So as opposed to being in that doom and gloom space, take it as a like, ooh, there's huge growth coming, and be grateful.
I think that's exactly like what people found in My Drunk Kitchen in the beginning, is that this is the drunk person sitting next to you at a bar that believes in you. And maybe they met you 45 minutes ago.
Right.
But they believe in you. And you know what? They're right.
Right,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm a believer.
I'm a believer.
I'm a
This is
believer.
the best interview of the day.
Oh, we could actually probably just end it. So I want to thank you so much, Hannah Hart of My Drunk Kitchen and podcast and everything else. We had such a great time with you. Thanks for indulging me in all my questions.
Of course, thank you for having me. I think you're doing great.
Oh my, thank you. All right, I want to hire you as my therapist.
Okay, great.
Okay, we'll see you guys next time.
I'm happy. You're great. This has been great.